Hello and welcome back to Pokemon Yellow. So, in the last episode, we had just cleared the bulk of the Lavender Town Tower, and now we are on our way over to Celadon City because we couldn't actually get to the top because we're missing an item. A pretty famous item. It's the Self Scope. It'll allow us to see the ghosts, and they will become Ghastly Haunters, just like we took on with the trainers. But yeah, so for now, we're gonna make our way over to Celadon City, where we will actually be getting the next gym badge. I don't know. Oh, that was not helpful. I don't actually know if we're gonna get that this episode or if it'll be the next one, but we're pretty well right where we need to be. So I'm going to start with you know what, I'll get Kinger a few extra levels along the way here because because I feel like it's a little tough to say because there's poison types in the next gym. It's not all poison types, but they do have access to poison powder, which obviously it's nice to have a poison type to prevent needing to use more antidotes, but I also have a whole lot of cash I didn't have before, so I'm not overly concerned about it, but I just feel like there's a lot of other team members that'll be a lot more valuable, and words and stuff. And yeah, I will need to take Bellsprout with me so that I can get in there because it is blocked behind a cuttable tree. So yeah, it's all about balancing it off, and I really don't mind doing that. I don't need to have a specific slot for an HM slave. I know some people prefer to do that just because it's a lot more convenient, and if I was rushing through the playthrough, then I would probably be more concerned about it. But I just really don't see the need for it. But yeah, the gym leader, I believe, in the next gym is level 30, so even though I'm 27, 28 in that area, that's pretty well close enough, especially because most of the Pokemon that I have with me are gonna have type advantage, so it should not be too big of a deal. I say that knowing that I can get some pretty bad luck with these games, and that can... Oh, I'm breaking stuff. And that can be problematic sometimes, but I'm not bridging that gap, so... Oh, Muck. Oh, if I'd been paying attention, I would have realized that Leer was the move that got disabled. Disable is kind of a funny move in Gen 1 because in Gen 2 and onwards, it is the move that was last used that gets disabled, but in Gen 1 it's just a random move, so it can get inconvenient really quick if that happens. But we're just gonna get through this trainer. Of course, he has to have Grimers and Muck. Relatively bulky Pokemon. That's those are the Pokemon I find that are usually the bigger pain because they're bulky, so you can't take them down right away. And those are usually the types of Pokemon that like to inflict status conditions and things like that. So they have their own layer of challenges. So, and now what I'm gonna do is, I think the best plan is I will just face one set of trainers going one way, and then I'll face the rest of them on the way back. That way it's not just completely bogged down of me just trying to get through this one route. Even though it is just part of the gameplay, it's not the most exciting thing in the world, and I don't like having to cut out more than I absolutely need to. Oh, come on, Kinger. Critical hit. Yeah, see, moves like Smog and Poison Gas, those are the moves that you really like having a poison type around for, and they're so rampant in this generation, and most Pokemon in a casual playthrough are pretty readily accessible and, you know, not bad. If you're trying to do like a challenge playthrough or a specific kind of playthrough, you might have some problems because some of them aren't great, but what am I looking for? Oh, super potions. Get Kinger all back up to normal. So yeah, I'm just gonna use Kinger for this route for now. There's a patch of grass in here. I believe you can find Pokemon like, I think Abra, Vulpix, Growlithe. I think those are found in this area. Of course, there's, I'm sure Pidgeys and Rattatas in there as well. But yeah, this is where I believe you can start finding a fire type if you don't have one. Like if you didn't start with Charmander, then this is, or in this game's instance where you just didn't grab him yet. Ninetales is fantastic. I especially like the fact that it does learn Confuse Ray. That is always super handy. Oh, and Rattata, get a good old double kick. I will always have a preference for Arcanine. I would say Arcanine's probably my favorite Pokemon, just in general. Yeah, I have no qualms about using a Ninetales at all because it's just so handy, and it has a higher special stat, I believe. So, its fire attacks, especially in Gen 1, will hit just that little bit harder. So, but definitely both very cool Pokemon, and really can't say anything bad about either one of them, to be perfectly honest. Okay. I wonder if a double kick will be enough to finish it out. Oh yeah, yeah, no challenge at that point. Okay. What other challenges do we have here? You know what? Let's take on this gambler too. Because why not? I really hope this isn't one that's got like psychic types, because I can't remember what this this trainer has at all. Oh, things like Poliwag, so yeah, double kick does. Okay, pretty reasonable. So yeah, 2-hit. I won't argue with that. Poliwag's another one of those Pokemon that can be surprisingly a pain if it gets the jump on you, because it does learn Hypnosis. So if it puts you to sleep and then starts doing all its other mucking around, it can create a bit of a slog, but... And now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever used Poliwrath in a playthrough. I know I've used Politoed before. I don't think I've ever used Poliwrath, so maybe I might have to do that during a playthrough of some kind at some point. Okay, and we'll just go for the straight up Horn attack with Poliwhirl. That wasn't as effective as I'd hoped. Go back to the double kick. Nope, that's now... Oh, don't drop my speed. Don't drop my speed, thank you. I think it's Bubble that drops speed. Oh, there we go. Kinger is now level 30, so we can leave Kinger be until after we've beaten the gym, because he will not have fallen behind at all, which obviously during a playthrough you want to be careful with that. Not, I've pointed out before, you don't want to just lean on one Pokemon. Like, that's just... It just creates an unbalanced team, and I'm one of those people that very much prefers to play with a balanced team rather than just one really uber strong Pokemon and then a couple just like tag-alongs. I don't like doing that. Okay. Now we're going to crawl up the back entrance of this building, and at the top, we have a room. And then a place that talks about a whole bunch of stuff that I don't care about. What I came for is the Eevee up here. Do I want to give a nickname? I do not. So now we have the Eevee, which is fantastic. So I am not going to use Eevee. I'm probably not going to evolve it at all. Celadon City is kind of your keystone area in this region because you have the Pokemon Center, you've got the Game Corner, which is awesome. If it's a great way to get certain other prize Pokemon and moves that you don't otherwise get. Oh, I don't have the coin case. I'll worry about that after the fact. But yeah, so we've got all of that stuff, but most importantly we have the gym, which I'm just remembering I need to get through with Bellsprout. So we're gonna go back up here and we'll heal up, make sure everyone's all good. And I'm gonna quickly, once I've healed up, actually I think it's like only probably the second or third time I've actually shown healing up. That's one of those things I always feel like can just get cut out. But I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna quickly swap out Kinger for Bellsprout and we'll be back. It also just occurred to me that there are a couple things I can do. So this one will likely just be a wandering through, and then we'll do the Celadon Gym in the next episode. Just because I'm also looking at the time and I don't want the episodes to run too long. They've been starting to, so maybe chop them up a little bit better. But what we need to do is come over to here, and we will use Bellsprout. And avoid the grass because I don't think anything that I have an inclination to get there. I think you can get Ponyta in there, which Ponyta's cool. Not something I've ever used. But we come talk to this person and we have found their hidden retreat. So now we get HMO2, which is fantastic because HMO2 is Fly. And it is one of the stronger attacks you can get, flying attacks you can get in this game. I would argue that Drill Peck is stronger, especially because it is a one-turn move. But alas, I am not actually going to be holding on to Bagok long enough to learn Drill Peck, so I figure Fly's a suitable replacement. And Bagok learned Fly, so that is awesome. Once we beat the Celadon Gym, we will also be able to use that outside of battles, so that means we'll be able to teleport around a lot easier. Or, not teleport, no, I'm not using teleport. I cannot wait until Kadabra doesn't know teleport anymore. I'm always worried, and somebody's pointed it out, that I could very well hit teleport, and they were actually expecting me to do it in Rock Tunnel. Not cool. But yeah, so the nice thing about Celadon is we've got like your TM corner. A little bit disadvantageous because your TMs, they don't really explain to you. Oh, so you know what? While I'm here, I'm gonna get some Awakenings, some Paralyze Heals, and I do believe I should have antidotes already. I might have those all already, but Awakenings, yeah. Paralyze Heals, okay, I've got way more of those than I'll ever need. And oh, antidote. Oh, I only have a couple antidotes, so we'll get 5 of those, so we'll head on up. So the thing I like about Celadon is it's got different it has different floors for different reasons. I believe TM18 is counter. There's one thing I don't like about Gen 1 is they tell you the name, but they don't give you a description. You have to boot it up. Yeah, so counter. Counter's a tricky move to use sometimes. If you're one of those people that can read a battle really well, then it's a lot better, but I'm one of those people that if I use it, it's a guess. But the big reason that Celadon City is so awesome is because on this floor you have access to the Polka Doll, which you can use the glitch I explained in the tower to get past the ghost and bypass the game corner altogether if you want to. But you have access to all the evolution stones, and that's fantastic. Because you've got Pokemon like Exeggutor, Ninetales, Arcanine, Pikachu, or well, I guess Raichu if I'm explaining final evolutions. But yeah, now you have access to go get all of those. And just some various battle items. But the whole reason you want to come up here, and I'm glad this is something they changed in the remakes, you have access to the vending machines. We're going to get a fresh water for later. If we talk to this person, she's so immature, she drives me nuts. Yeah. So if you come talk to this little girl and you give her various drinks, I'm not going to do it right now, but she will provide you with various attacks depending on the drink. I believe it's only once per TM, but I think 2 of them are Rock Slide and Tri Attack, I want to say. Sound right? But yeah, we bought a freshwater because we need one, so. So yeah, that's basically the bulk of what there is to explore in Celadon. The game corner, if you're gonna get the prizes from the game corner, just save up the cash and just buy the coins you need because, to be perfectly honest, trying to win enough coins for most of the prizes is just so unrealistic. But especially if you have access to like a version that has access to missing no and you have a nugget, you can duplicate those and sell them off. Like there's lots of ways to break the game and kind of make the need to use the game corner kind of pointless. But what we're going to do is we're going to come down this way, slash away at that tree, and I'm going to stop right outside of the Celadon City gym so that when we do come back in here, we're basically going to do the entire gym in one run, and we should be coming out with our next badge. So thank you so much for all the support. If you did like the video, don't forget to drop a like. That is super helpful. If you really liked it and you want to see the series as it comes out, don't forget to subscribe on your way over to your next video. And until the next one, thank you and all the best.